When was the last time you didn't wake up with your phone alarm blasting right next to your ear? I'd bet if you're waking up to the sound, then you also look like this right before you fall asleep. Unless I'm the only one, which I'm not. Don't lie. Until recently, I'd woken up to that alarm and started my morning with my phone in hand almost every single day since I'd bought my first iPhone in 2007. This device carries all important things in our lives, and in a little over a decade, it's become almost a part of our bodies. It's the thing we check for when we're leaving a location or even a room. It feels uncomfortable when it's not nearby. So naturally, many of us plug it in right next to our faces while we recharge. But most of us have also heard this isn't the healthiest solution for so many reasons. Personally, I'd ignored that science for too long and my sleep was suffering. So I challenged myself to go 30 days without bringing my cell phone into my bedroom, and this is what happened. Obviously, I'm saving the best for last because, well, watch time. So make sure to stick around till the end. All right, number 1, I was addicted to my phone. I kicked off this challenge with a 48-hour dopamine detox, and I'll put that video up here when it's live, but going cold turkey for those first 2 days allowed me to quickly identify my weird need to have my phone on me at all times. Then these additional 30 days solidified that sobriety. It felt so weird at first to leave the phone charging out in my office, but after a week it felt completely normal. And now, over 3 months after finishing the official challenge, there have been less than 7 times I've slept with the phone in my room. And the only reason for that has been because I needed it for an alarm in the morning. Now, I'm fortunate to have a life where I can wake up when my body naturally wakes up. Otherwise, I would just get a cheap alarm clock from Amazon. But on the days I have super early shoots, I just use my phone alarm, and I'm not at risk of that morning scroll then anyway because I have to get up and moving for the shoot. All right, number 2, blue light actually wrecks me. Not allowing the phone in the bedroom gave me even just those 30 minutes with no blue light before bed. And I read a physical book instead if I wasn't tired yet. And for the first time in my life, I actually fell asleep within the hour of laying down, every time, without fail, for a month. Now, I did pair this challenge with 30 days of going to bed at 9:30 p.m., which you'll find up here when it's released, but I have serious doubts I would have been successful at actually falling asleep between 9:30 and 10:30 p.m. if I had had my phone with me. I am often laying in the dark, desperate to fall asleep. I have a difficult time turning my brain off, especially when I've basically trained my mind over the last 15 years to do most of its creative work in the evening. So when I have my phone in the bedroom and I get ideas, I start typing them into my phone or doing a quick harmless Google search just so I don't forget any obviously epic ideas. But this whole process can lead to getting in the bed at 10 p.m. and not falling asleep until 2, 3, or even 4 a.m. This normally happens multiple times per week, and it didn't happen one single time while my phone wasn't allowed in the bedroom. And all these years, all I had to do apparently was turn off the blue light, read a book, and the rest would take care of itself. And because I had an easier time falling asleep, I spent these 30 days waking up earlier too. And beyond waking up early, mornings were honestly just better without my phone. I woke up, got out of bed. Imagine that, just getting up and getting out of bed. There's nothing else to do. You have no other options when your phone isn't there. And I've heard Mel Robbins say it a million times. You wouldn't invite 100 people into your bedroom first thing in the morning. But that's exactly what we are doing with our phones. So often my whole day's plan would get derailed by a single email or tweet or an hour spent on TikTok because I'd get distracted from my priorities immediately upon waking. All derailed by a quick, harmless glance at the phone. Now, without my phone on the bedside table, I move directly into my priorities and I don't let other people dictate my day. And the last, most vital thing I learned during this process is no one has a full understanding or grasp on how these devices are impacting our physical and mental health. We have to be self-aware and reflect on our relationship with these things that are only meant to be tools. If you're reaching for this thing without even thinking about it, whether it's when you wake up in the morning or when you feel bored with your work, it may be time to take this challenge yourself. And if you do, I'd love to hear from you after. Hit me up on Instagram and let's talk about it. Thanks for joining me for a few minutes today. If you made it this far, I think you might have liked it. So help a girl out and hit those 2 buttons that show the algorithm you care. And be sure to tap that notification bell if you want YouTube to let you know when I drop those next few videos I was telling you about. But before you go, I've put together this playlist I know you're going to love, and I will see you in the next one.